So, welcome back to my vlog. Today, we're going to be talking about AI. AI is like that overachieving robot cousin who's suddenly doing everything, writing your essays, editing your videos, generating your Instagram captions, you up, but make it poetic, you know what I mean? I've recently been really into making ChatGPT turn pictures of my pets into human beings. And yes, it is horrifying, and I'm still gonna keep doing it. It's kind of iconic, but a little terrifying. So, yeah. Especially if you're a content creator trying to stay relevant, and trying not to spiral into an identity crisis every time you open TikTok or Instagram. Let's unpack this mess. So, let's say you're making a vlog. You film, you edit, you laugh, you cry, I cry, then you post. Or, let's say, you let AI edit. It cuts out your ums, adds a cute song, auto captions the whole thing in 30 seconds. Slay. That's fantastic. But now the issue is everyone can make content like that. Grandma's got a TikTok account. Your dog is on Reels. Your AI raccoon life coach is trending. You know what I mean? Suddenly everyone can do what you thought you were good at and what made you special. Everyone can just do it. And you have to ask yourself, am I even special anymore? And personally, I think it's really hard to be completely original anymore. I feel like we as a society consume so much content every single day that just naturally our brain is now pulling from all these different references that we're consuming all the time, and we don't even realize it. And that's what our thinking is, something that we've already seen. And especially too, in music and stuff, it's so rare that an artist will put out a song and you don't see one single hate comment saying this kind of sounds like this song, or something along those lines. Okay, sorry diva, I can't create a new note, you know what I mean? Sally, this is a crazy song to come on the radio as I make an Emma Chamberlain parody video. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. If you know, you know. Here's a little mental health check-in moment. So as a creator, your whole thing is being authentic. But when AI can mimic your tone, copy your aesthetic, or write a better caption that your brain could ever think of, it messes with your head. And now there's this weird pressure, if I don't post today, AI will do it for me, or AI will beat me to it, and probably better. And that's where I think the burnout creeps in. You're not just competing with other people anymore, you're competing with a computer or a machine that never needs to take a break, never needs to nap, never needs to eat, sleep, never needs to do anything that a human being needs to do. All it does is work. So that's kind of an impossible comparison when we're creating content like this. Your AI never has to say oh, hey, sorry, I'm in my flop era right now, because everything is going to be the same. It's programmed, it's perfect every time. But, then again, these generative AI programs are the ones burning up the planet. But still, they're super efficient. So you start asking, am I still creative if a robot is helping me? Is my content good, or is it just good for a human? Do I, myself, need to rebrand myself as AI? Existential dread, right? You see the dilemma here. It's I'm creating content, but I'm also frequently consuming AI generated stuff as well that's like eerily similar to mine. And I was listening to a podcast a few days ago called Higher Practice, and the guy who's talking, Dr. Will Van Dierveer, fact check me on that. He puts it, he was like, AI is a brilliant technology where the creators are the customers. So clock that, first off. So am I the artist making this content, or am I the audience? You know what I mean? Or both. So, identity crisis. Once again, this is important to know. Before we collectively spiral, let's talk the upside, because it is very frequent that people only see the downsides of AI and assume the worst, and suddenly your whole feed is about like chaotic montages of what's going to happen if ChatGPT takes over the world. Let's be serious right now. That's not happening. AI can definitely relieve the mental load too. Like, it can get rid of that totally repetitive stuff, captions, scheduling, trimming the video so you can actually focus on like creating, you know, like the fun part, why you started, what makes you passionate, like, you know. And if you're neurodivergent and you're dealing with anxiety or just exhausted, everyone should be raising their hands right now because everyone's exhausted. AI tools can be like a low stress assistant and be like, hey Bessie, I got this. Like, you worry about that heavy lifting and being creative and like thinking these amazing ideas that only a human brain could create. I'm gonna do this other stuff. I got this. So I think it prompts you to question, like, what's the goal? Like, I think it's to use AI to support your creativity and not replace it. Like, protect your brain, protect your brand, whatever that may be, and protect your peace. I'll leave you with this. If you're a creator, now's the time to do the thing that AI can't. You know, be human, be awkward, be funny, like, be embarrassing, you know? Be vulnerable. I think that's the biggest thing, being vulnerable, showing those human, like, quotes. Like, AI can't replace that. It never will be, hopefully. Otherwise, maybe then we're in for a rough one. But disregard that. That's the magic, you know? That's the stuff people actually connect with. Not the perfect transitions, not the seamless cuts, not the perfect song that you use, not the polished caption, like the chaos, the rawness, the real. And I think that's what we should be focused on. So, if this video helped you feel a little more human in the middle of this tech crisis or chaos, give it a like. Drop a comment about your AI-fueled crisis, or just tell me what you had for lunch. Personally, I had a bacon, egg, and cheese in a smoothie. 10 out of 10. It was bus.
I'm like, bruh.
Subscribe for more chaotic, deep content, of course. And remember, you know, you're not a robot. You're a work of art who maybe uses ChatGPT sometimes. That's okay. Like, that's normal, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. So first, I'd like to comment on the fact that today is April 16th. Why is it snowing? Like, get into this. I'm literally like a Newhouse kid. That's crazy. I'm not. I'm an architecture kid, and I love it so much. Get into this. I'm actually going to start a YouTube channel after this, I think. So, as we can see here, I am in a Jeep. So, I'm now going to show you all of the ducks that I have. anyways, back to the song.